Hello everyone and welcome back to STEM. Today we're going to continue testing our jelly bean bridges. And you see me seated because I'm going to be doing some work on the table. So that is what we're going to be doing. Now, in case you don't remember, these are our three bridges. We have this one, number 1. We have this one, which is number 2. And we have this one, which is number 3. Now, like I told you guys, I'm going to keep you guys anonymous. I did choose 3. I chose to make these 3 models, not off the top of my head, but because of 3 sketches that were turned in from your assignment on Monday. Yeah, Monday. So your assignment was to turn in a sketch, and I chose 3. I chose the 3 most different ones. There were a lot that were very similar, so I wanted quite a variety on it. So I just chose the 3 most different ones that I saw. And so today we're going to be testing their resistance, okay? So we have number 3, which we'll leave this one till the end because I think I'm going to have a little bit of trouble with that one because it doesn't have a flat top. This one we will leave second to last, and let's get started with this one, okay? You can see this one's going down in the middle a little bit. Now, this specific model actually had another triangle, third triangle here in the middle, but I was unable to do that because it was too many toothpicks to put into one jelly bean. You can see there is like the jelly bean splitting and breaking here and here. So that is just because of the amount of the amount of toothpicks that I put into one jelly bean. So let's go ahead and test its resistance. How I'm going to be doing that is by using this little tub and beans, regular beans that we eat. Yes, I'm probably going to cook them later. Wash them and cook them later. So let's get to testing. So let me just point down my camera a little more so you can see what's going on down here. Now, this little tub has measurements. It has 6 ounces, 12 ounces, and 18 ounces. If we get all the way up to 18 ounces, we will say that it did it. It went all the way and resisted very, very well. Okay? So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and start by taking just handfuls of beans. There we go. I dropped one. Can't get it. This is going to be messy. There we go at 12 ounces, and it's still standing. You can see that here in the middle, again, it was meant to have a support right there, but I was unable to put it. Nonetheless, it is going downward right here in the middle. It is taking a lot of support, but you can see that the ends, where the triangles are for extra support, it is actually helping a lot. So let's keep on adding till we get to our 18 ounces. I can see it kind of shifting. Like, I don't know if you can see it from that point of view. It is turning. So there we have 18 ounces. Now, what I mean by it is turning, this is what I mean. I had put it on straight. You can see it's kind of slanting because it is going way downward. See it more from the back side. It is going way downward. We have a broken jelly bean right here actually, so that's probably why the support is broken. I mean, it took on the weight. If I So it collapsed. So I would say it successfully took 12 ounces of beans. Now for the 18 ounces, that was brutal for this bridge. It totally destroyed it this time. But nonetheless, I would say it did a pretty good job. Like I said, it does have a lot to do with the amount of toothpicks in one jelly bean. You can see they kind of just broke in half. So it was nice to meet you, Bridge. It was fun making you. Now let's go ahead onto our second bridge. Now as you can see, this jelly bean right here is already broken. So that might be inconvenient. Again, that happened while the making of this bridge. So let's see how it goes. And we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to go 6, 8, 12, and 18. We're at 12 ounces right now, and it's doing pretty good if you do ask me. And probably one more. And there you have it, 18 ounces. Now this is slanting quite a lot, but it is... It was standing. Not anymore. So here is what happened. This jelly bean that was already broken, told you it could have been a problem. This jelly bean that was already broken kind of just made this snap out of place. Obviously, this was holding a lot of support. Yeah, this took the 12 ounces like a champ. 18 ounces almost resisted all the way, but obviously broke off. Like I told you, when I was about to flip it before it fell, it was slanting really badly this way. So obviously it was couldn't be avoided for it to have fallen at 18 ounces. So again, this one I would say took the 12 ounces very well, but the 18 ounces was just pushing it, too much pressure on all those jelly beans. Let me clean this. Now that that's all cleaned up, we are on to our final bridge, which is this little guy. Again, I told you I wanted different designs for all of them. Now our first two designs didn't make the cut. I'm just kidding. They did very well, but again, their design, maybe their supports were in the wrong areas. So they both collapsed at 18 ounces. So let's see how this little guy does. Now, again, I did mention that I might struggle with this one a little more. That is just because the top is not flat, it is pointed, and it is pointed at 3 peaks. Probably this would have been very, very functional if it were like, instead of just a strip of 3, if I would have made it of 6. That's not what the design had though, so I just went with this. Let's see how it does. I'm gonna try to put the lid here. Yeah. I'm gonna try to put the lid on like this so this can sit on top as evenly as possible. So I'm gonna hold the lid back here just like with my fingers, just so it won't be like tilting as I put in the beans, because then it'll all just fall over. The bridge will be fine, but the beans will just collapse over. So let's get started and put in our beans. There we have it. That is 18 ounces. Now this is just really hard to balance, so I gave up on this one. I didn't give up for no odd reason or anything like that. It's just extremely hard to balance. I have dropped beans all over my floor, and that's going to be fun to clean up. But it withstood really well. Again, there is breakage on it though. So, for example, we have that orange jelly bean. This purple one is pretty broken. The toothpicks actually seemed like they were cracking a bit. Like, let me see, which one was it? I think it was this one. It was pretty, like, I heard it crack. But I don't know if that happened because when it tilted, like, all the weight was on it on its own. And probably that's why the toothpick started cracking. Yeah, it was that one for sure. It feels a little bit more wobbly than the rest. This red jelly bean, the toothpicks went right through it. Didn't break the jelly bean, but it did do a lot of damage to it. Now, sorry you couldn't see that, but it was very messy. So, now what I want you to do for your assignment today, I want you to tell me what would you change for these bridges to withstand more weight. That is your assignment today. What would you improve? Think critically. Would you add more jelly beans? Would you add more toothpicks? Would you choose to not use as many toothpicks? Give me at least one improvement you would do on each one of these. So you would have to send me 1, 2, 3 improvements for these 3 bridges. That one's 4 bridges. So I hope to be hearing back from everyone very, very soon. And I hope you all have a very wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.